Hi, myself Harsh Gupta and I'm serving as a legal intern in LEXIS and Company. So today we'll move with another essential of contract, that is free consent. Section 14 of the Contract Act defined free consent as consent not given under coercion, undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation and mistake. The general averment that consent was not free is not maintainable. It must be proved that consent was vitiated by any of the five elements mentioned in section 14. If consent manifests any of such elements, then the contract is voidable at the option of the party whose consent was obtained. Next is coercion, that is mentioned under section 15 of the Contract Act. This section defines coercion as committing any act forbidden by the Indian Penal Code 1860 or unlawfully detaining of property or threatening to commit these acts. Coercion includes all such acts which are forbidden by the Indian Penal Code. Next is undue influence, that is mentioned under section 16 of the Contract Act. If consent has been obtained by a person who is in a dominant position compared to the other person, then it is undue influence. Thus, one person must be able to dominate the will of the other person for exercise of undue influence. For example, an employer-employee relationship, doctor-patient relationship. Next is fraud, which is mentioned under section 17 of Indian Contract Act. It means fraud can be committed either by one contracting party or by a third person with the convenience of any contracting party or by the agent of any contracting party. Next is misrepresentation. When false statements are innocently made without an intention to deceive, then it amounts to misrepresentation. In misrepresentation, the person making the statement is innocent and has no intention to deceive the other party. Where the undue influence or coercion was not instrumental in making the party do the act in question, the existence of such factors was of no avail. Thank you, and if you have any query, you can put them below in the comment section.